Hi, ho ho ho, and welcome to a new video. Sorry I had to do that. Welcome to this one, guys. It's gonna be Christmassy, very Christmassy. I hope you don't mind. I'm already in the mood for that. I'm all about those warm fuzzy feelings and I want to transfer them to you. You know, I originally filmed that footage that you just saw a few weeks back, really, because I did paint this painting that I'm going to show you today on the 8th of October, and today that I'm uploading this video is the 8th of November, so it's exactly a month later. Kudos to you if you noticed. It's kind of magical. What wasn't so magical was people selling Christmas products already in early October, which I think is way too early. And there were still Halloween products up as well. And I was like, get a grip, people. But now I can't really make a savage joke about that anymore because it's starting to feel right. And November is so dreary and grey and cold. And I just strongly dislike November, let's say it like that. And anything that makes me feel cozy and, you know, safe. Good. I'll take it. When I knew that I would paint every day for a month, I sat down and sketched my first ideas, and it was very important to me to not just depict anything that came to mind for the sake of painting when looking at the prompt words, which I'm gonna put up on the screen here. It was a goal or dream of mine for a very long time to create a full product range, or something that could potentially be a product range of birthday cards, Christmas cards, New Year's Eve products, you know, all that kind of stuff that can go together and be in the same style and technique, but there's a niche or theme for everyone, hopefully. What can I say? I'm quite happy this became a reality now. And the main reason this turned out the way I anticipated was that with challenges like these, you don't get to be a perfectionist, which is what I usually am, and you can't overwork stuff. So you just have to put out work every day, and with that in mind, it makes you finish stuff, lay it aside, and then it starts all over again the next day, which is fine because it makes you incredibly productive.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend.
So what are my final thoughts on wrapping up PEACHTOBER? Well, there are a lot of them, but let's reduce them to 3. The first one was definitely that interesting contrast between an all-time mental health peak, where I would sort of feel proud and accomplished every day for putting out work, at the same time be this physically weak and exhausted and sleep deprived, especially by the second half of October. It was a bit intense, but I think once a year you can do a sprint instead of a marathon, even though to survive in the long run, a marathon is recommended. I think it was a thing with my sleep pattern as well, because I'm a wolf person. I like to work at night or in the evenings usually, and then I sleep in to regain my energy. But I couldn't do that for Inktober because I always had to get up early and take proper pictures in nice morning daylight for Instagram. And if I hadn't done that, I would have been fine. The second point is something I'm actually very grateful for, but that I also learned the hard way, which is sometimes necessary. And that's where my personal boundaries lie and where to draw the line, what kind of work and what amount of work I can put out during the course of one day, and that keeping up with posting on various social media platforms and putting out different types of content is a lot of pressure for one, but also you can only do so much in 24 hours or even 1 week, and you shouldn't promise too much to your audience that you can't deliver on, which is the worst thing you can do. But I mean, everyone's made that mistake before. You just have to keep it real or keep it humble and not expect too much of yourself, or expect just the right amount, and that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. Sometimes we overestimate ourselves, sometimes we underestimate what we're capable of, in a certain amount of time, but to find that middle ground is the hardest thing. And the third thing is that I quote Amy from Little Women now, from the Greta Gerwig 2019 movie. I believe we have some power over who we love. It's not something that just happens to a person. And I resonate with that, although I'm not talking about a person here at all, but rather about acrylic gouache paint, which I've been using for 4 weeks without fail, even though it was a bit of a struggle sometimes and I really wanted to get back into my comfort zone. But I pushed through and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I made myself love the new medium and that I explored it fully, because now I can say I'm somewhat of a master of it.
Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to fear. It's Christmas and some kind of love.
It's put fine.